Hi, my name is Mary Mango, and I am going to be processing a Concur travel expense. This is for MIT students. This is your platform here. It is Concur. It feeds off your certificates. When you log into Concur, this is your first page. You want to click Start a Report. Your next screen will be the information about the report. So you would want to put the report name. So if you went to a conference, you could put the conference name. If you went for an athletic competition, you put the competition's name. So I'm just going to put conference. And then anything that has the red star, that's what you want to fill in. So it was a conference, so I am going to click conference. But as you could see, there's a drop down and there's a whole bunch of different things. So just pick the one that's closest to what you did. Next thing is benefit of project. You always want to keep it as non-sponsored activity. That is attached to your cost object. Your cost object is always non-sponsored activity. Cost object, this is where you would put your club's cost object. If you are going to put your CSC cost object in there, or your funding account, if you were given funds for this trip, or if it was just your main account, this is what you would put in for the cost object. But I'm going to put test because I didn't go anywhere. Next thing is your start date importance. So you would want to put, I am going to say I traveled on the 1st, and then I came home on the 4th. So as you can see, the little stars, I got to do this. So destination, I'm just going to put Boston. I didn't go very far. So I'm going to hit Boston, US. Make sure you pick the US. Classification, then next thing, is it domestic or international? Pretty obvious. Domestic is within the United States, international outside. So it was domestic. Here is you would put any comments. You could put in why you took this trip, whatever you would like, or you can just leave it blank. It's fine. Then you're going to click Create Report. At this point, this is where you're going to be adding your expenses. So you would click Add Expense. And now they give you all these choices of the different expenses. So I'm just going to say airfare. So I want to be reimbursed for airfare. So I'm going to put in the date. As you can see, it's got the little thing there. So airfare, vendor, you can either start typing a vendor name, or as the drop down gives you a whole list of vendors. All right, so we'll say Delta. And then travel, it'll always default to coach because that's all you can get reimbursed for. Payment type, out of pocket, you could put cash, but I'm going to just say out of pocket. Amount, put 0.01, oops, 0.01. Currency, US dollars, or you could put, as you can see, drop down, it's got all the different currency, but I'll just say US dollars. Primary destination, I'm going to say Boston again. US. And then at this point is comments. So if you had purchased tickets for yourself as well as other members in your group, you could put that information there. Or if it's just for yourself, you can just leave it blank. But at this point, you want to add your receipt. So you would click Add Receipt. This is your next, and then you would click Upload New Receipt. And as you can see, it's got the different types. I would always highly recommend PDF. That's the best way to upload a receipt. You would click Upload Receipt, pick it, upload it, and you're good to go. So then you would close. And then if you wanted to add another receipt, you've got Save Expense, Save and Add Another Receipt. Click that. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go with parking. And again, you just do anything that has the little red dot, you have to fill in. So this would be out of pocket. I'm going to say 0.01. US dollars, you could put a comment in there. This is where you would add the second receipt. And then you would click Save Expense. So if you're all done, airfare, parking, I didn't pay for anything else. Or if you paid for food. So let's say we paid for food too. So we're at this again. Going to click here. And we're going to say meals. No, well, meals and breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this is what, if you wanted to get reimbursed for Burger King or whatever, if you guys all went out to dinner, Alcohol, it's going to ask you that question. You've got to put no in there. Just to let you know, put no in there. You could put the date of the date you went on the restaurant. So say I went to the restaurant on the 3rd that I picked up the tab for. And then I'm going to say it's out of pocket again. And I'm going to put 0.01 for the food, currency. Boom. This is where I would add my receipt again. So you click add receipt and then you would upload. Now I'm all done. I'm going to click save expenses. Now you got a snapshot of what you just did. Over here would be all the receipts if I had uploaded any receipts. One of the things you need to do though, go back into one of the receipts or one of the expenses. And at this point, you're going to add, it doesn't matter which one you go into, but you want to add that financial signatory authorization form that is required. You need to have that filled out by a financial signatory for the group. Have them fill out the amount. They have to sign it. Your name needs to be put on it, and you need to add it with all the other receipts. It's very important that the amount that they approve is the amount that you are requesting, just to give you a heads up on that. So then you would save expense after you uploaded that last receipt. Everything looks good. And then you would click submit report. And that's it. Very simple. Thank you very much.